Welcome back to another video. My name is Matt and I help people overcome retroactive jealousy. And in this video, I'm going to do one more quick preview of my brand new course, the 1 Week Mind Retreat. I was going to do a few days of course previews, but yesterday on my launch day, I had like over 50 people sign up. And another like 25 or so already today. So to respect the people that already paid for this, I don't want to give too much away more for free, but I do want to give one more preview for those of you that still want to know more about the course or still kind of deciding if this course is for you. This is one of the lessons in the course. I believe it's around day 5 where I present this information. And the idea being that retroactive jealousy we can actually look at as our friend in some way or another, but just to remove our labels and our judgments from RJ and almost look at it instead of this is something bad and I need to get away from retroactive jealousy, I need to get rid of it as fast as possible. If we are more accepting of it, we can actually find that it loses its control over us. So if we're just aware of it instead of latched onto it, just aware that it's there, kind of loosens the grip, and we'll find that many of these thoughts, many of these circumstances where our mind kind of gets pulled back to the past won't take us there as much. That strength won't be as powerful when we're not looking at this as something that's terribly, terribly wrong with us or something that's terribly, terribly bad. So this is one of the shorter lessons I have in the 1 Week Mind Retreat course, but I want to share it with you. I think it'll be very, very powerful if this is something that you've never heard before, and if it is something you've kind of heard, always good for a refresher, especially when we're really practicing being right here in the present moment, being mindful of our thoughts and not, getting caught up in the past, getting caught up in the future, just being here now, enjoying our life, enjoying our relationship. So I'm going to let me take it over from here, but if you do want to sign up for the 1 Week Mind Retreat course, that is all available in the links in the description below. You can sign up right now. So far, I've just shared one meditation and I'll share kind of one lesson, but there's like 42 or 45 other activities, lessons, articles, all sorts of things in the course. It's a pretty big course. So there's a ton of stuff for you to keep practicing, to get you in the present moment. Like I said, this was the biggest thing for me in overcoming RJ, was learning this stuff. So like to be able to put it out there in a course for you, it's so awesome for me. I feel so good about it. And to find that so many people have already signed up for it already, just when it's been launched for 24 hours at this point, makes me so excited. I didn't think this would be as popular of a course that it is, but people are really taking an initiative, understanding how important this stuff is and finding the present moment, being more mindful, and it's gonna change people's lives. It really, really is, as it has changed mine. So all the information to sign up is in the link in the description below. Also, if you want all 3 of my courses bundled up, I've got a big discount on that as well. You can check that below too. There's a link for that too, to get all 3 of my courses all bundled up. But I'll leave it from there. Enjoy this lesson from the 1 Week Mind Retreat, and I hope to see you in the course very, very soon. So welcome to day 5 of the Retroactive Jealousy 1 Week Mind Retreat. We're coming up, wrapping these things up. We're almost to the end of our week, but we still got a few lessons to go through, exercises to go through, some videos to watch. So hopefully you enjoy these final 3 days that we're together and just find more peace in the present moment, find more relaxation within your breath, just find that freedom that you're seeking. I think you're going to feel that more and more and more over these next few days more than ever, especially if you've been putting in the work on the last prior days as well. It's just all adding up, and nowhere to go from here but even better and even further up on the scale of feeling good, feeling peace, feeling calm. So day 5, today's lesson, we're going to talk about retroactive jealousy being your friend. And this is very important because right now we get a lot of not so good thoughts, not so good feelings, not so good emotions due to our retroactive jealousy. So it's very easy for us to label our retroactive jealousy as bad, as I don't want this, as this is wrong, this is horrible, get away from me. And the problem is when we put that label and that judgment and say, no, 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 this is wrong, and we experience it, we set ourselves up to not feel good, right? Because not only is these emotions painful, but the idea that we've placed that suffering from this is bad also makes us feel even more bad. So if we can start changing the way we see our retroactive jealousy, what we label our retroactive jealousy, and maybe look at it more. It doesn't necessarily have to be a positive light, but just something from a non-judgmental standpoint, it will start to loosen its grip over us. So when you're experiencing retroactive jealousy, almost think of it as just something that's along for the ride. Not anything bad, nothing wrong, just something that you're aware of that's there with you. Just like if you're, driving in the car, and you got a friend of yours in the passenger seat of your car, and you guys occasionally are talking, but for the most part you're doing the driving and they're looking out the window. There's just somebody that's there, that's in your car, that's along for the ride, right? There's no judgments against anything like that. They're just there. And to really understand that was very big for me, to understand that I don't have to label this as totally wrong or as totally bad or as, oh no, RJ, get away from me. No, I don't want you. If I could just kind of be like, you know what, I feel you. I see that you're here. I'm not going to judge you as right or wrong. I can feel that inside me, but I'm going to just push on with my day. I'm just going to push on with my day and do what I would normally do. And if you want to be along for the ride, that's totally fine. But, I have a job to do here in the present moment. I have a job to do at my actual job. I have a job to do with being a good boyfriend, a good husband, etc. And so, again, when I just kind of detached that label of this is bad and just said, no, this is not bad. I'm just aware of this. It's just here with me right now as I go through this journey, and it's not going to be with me forever. Like, very soon, it's going to get out of the car and be its destination and leave. And until then, I'm just going to go about my day regardless of how I feel. That was very, very powerful. And so I think that can go a long way when we just take off those labels as RJ's bad, as I shouldn't be going through this, as I need to get rid of this as fast as possible, and instead just be present and be aware that it's there, but be aware that it's not going to be here forever. And, just almost look at it as a friend on a road trip with you. Hop in the car. I got stuff to do. If you want to be with me while I do it, that's fine. But eventually, when you're ready to leave, you can leave. And again, it takes away from that power. It takes away from that power and allows us to, again, find much more peace in the present, to easily come back to the present when necessary, when we know that, hey, even if I'm feeling kind of anxious, even if I'm having some thoughts, that's okay. I can return to the present moment. There's nothing wrong. I can return right here to the present moment. Very, very powerful when we detach those labels. Detach that this is bad and just be aware that RJ's here and it's not going to be here forever. It's just a passenger along for the ride temporarily, and when it's time for it to go, it will go. Now, today's exercise requires you to actually go out and do something. And if you have time to do it, it would be very, very powerful for you to be able to do it. And when you go do this exercise, I won't give it away yet, if retroactive jealousy wants to come along, that's totally okay. It's just a friend hopping in for the car ride. If at any time it wants to get out of the car, it can. If not, that's fine. Just be aware, not judge it, and enjoy today's exercise as well, so you can watch that video next.